Hi, so I'm doing another tutorial, and this time it's a bit different than the previous one, because the previous one was just a 2D texture, but this time I'd like to show you how to make a 3D pixel art bookcase. So as you can see, this is the end product showing in Unity. I'll show you how to make this from start to finish. So let's go to Photoshop. Just create a new file. I'm gonna give myself some space to work with. I'm going to be making 32 32 by 32 textures. So I'm holding shift to get 32 space. So the main color is going to be brown because it's going to be a brown bookcase. As I explained in the previous video, I'm using the Dawnbringer 32 palette to keep some consistency. This is a little dark. Let's go with this. So first I want to create the upper part. So the normal bookcase part. So I'll start by making 2 parts dark, or just start with a big one, I suppose. Oh, it's the wrong color. No, I'll make it 2 pixels. So darn it. So I can put some lighting detail in the border instead of just having 1 pixel depth. Yeah, that was just a guess, but let's see if it's the same height. It is. So this is not going to be the background color that I want. I'll just use this. I press G for the bucket fill tool. Maybe for the it looks like the bottom part is disappearing into the shadow. It gives a nice effect. So I'll do this. So it already looks a bit like it's 2 shelves. But to reinforce that fact, I'll make it look like it's planks stuck together. Oh, this is not good. I'll need to look at this. What is one darker? This? That's not good either. I don't like that. Well, maybe. Let's see how it turns out. See, that's the that's the bad part about working with a restricted palette. Is if you want to go 1 shade darker, often you're interfering with other parts of the piece. But I think this works out better. Bringing the lighted up part of the plank one in. To support some perspective, I could do this, make it look like there is like this kind of angle here and this kind of angle here, so you can see less of this, but I don't think I want to do that. I want to keep it somewhat isometric, I guess. So then I want to put some books on this. They'd start one up, or I guess they could start right to the edge of the bookcase, but I wouldn't put books like that. So just make a little book. I guess I'm already breaking the isometric idea by making these lines make it look like it disappears into the distance, but whatever. I want to have the light coming in from this direction, so I want to have this part of the book be lighter. to make the rest of the bookcase reflect that, I'll also just put some highlights in the corners that would catch the light most. Maybe this? No, it's too dark. Oh, and I can I do that? No, that would create a weird line here. So I don't think I'll put a shadow here unless it's a different color. It's kind of weird to put green, but just putting a strange color in there could work if it's subtle enough. Yeah, I might like this. We'll keep it, see what I think later. Of course, we don't only want this color of book, we want some different colors, and of course also thicker volumes in there. See that I'm going from sort of turquoise to purple to green. It's perfectly okay to do. Like this? I like this. Could I put some lights around here? Maybe. Often it's just a matter of trying it and leaving it there for a bit. See if you like it. What I could do is make it look like you're looking down on the books, but yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm not sure if that would work out for this one though. Maybe like this? Do I have something darker for that? No, I don't. Oh well, we'll just need to use this. Oh, that is darker. Yes. But I don't like it. Yeah, we'll do that. So I want some more. Also, we can have some books lying down. That's a little weird though. If the book lying down is right in between those two, so we'll move this one over. Move this one over. Since the front cover is facing us, I'll do this, which looks kind of funny. Not sure if I like it. That's better. See if we can put that there. Yeah, that's better. So we have 3 books lying down in the bottom shelf here. We can put some stuff in the top shelf, maybe some different kind of stuff. Maybe vials of potions or something like that, to create the illusion that it's like this. And then there's a little stick in between like this. Oh my god, I'm making a mess of this. And then there's spaces for vials in here. They go in like this. That's what I want to make here. Can I? Oh yeah, that looks better. Not too sure about this part yet though. Yeah, that looks too weird. Alright, so some potions, some healing potions. And the mana potion next to it. I'll just move this over, otherwise the spacing is weird. If you Control Alt and then an arrow key, you'll duplicate this selection into a direction, which can be useful. Give that some shadow and put a cork on it. which, yeah, it's better. One can be lighter to create a bit of a difference with the other one. And also I don't want to have this color here because it looks too much like the top of that one. More books? More books. Always space for more books. Except in my bookcase, it's kind of full there. Nope. Do I like that? It's that color, yeah. And then I can use this here? No. That's fine. So for example, this would be one of the normal front sides, which is a very poor wizard's book collection. Obviously doesn't have a lot of books. Oh, that's something I want to show later. You'll see that later. So let's make an additional one. The variation. I've just copy pasted the previous one. And I'm gonna fill that in. Oh, that's the wrong color. Let's fill this up with a bunch more books. This here is a rich wizard. He gets a lot of books. Little books, small books. Oh. Maybe this one is. Can I do that? If I shade it properly, this can work out. Yeah, it'll do. It's a very thick red tome. The little purple book on top of it, and some more green books. It's hard to be creative in this. Yeah, that'll work. These haven't got that yet. Yeah, I do like. I didn't do that on my my original one, but I like this. I like the weird perspective it gives. Yeah. Should make them darker though, yeah. Good. Well, it can be a bit messy, that's fine. It is strange though that this wouldn't have a top part. Yeah, this would need to have something. Yeah. I don't want to bring it too high because it would interfere with this. But this is good. I like this. And I'll just copy paste this up here because I'm lazy. And just mirror it. It's weird what happens when you do that. It's moved 1 pixel over if you use bicubic, but it seems to fix itself. So I'm just gonna recolor these a bit. Nobody's gonna notice, right? Oh, they are. No, that won't really. Just get rid of this crooked one. It's too much of a marker. And this top one, which should have this as shadow. This is too high, and maybe we'll move this one down to create some asymmetry. It's not the same layer anymore. See, because that was on a different layer, it didn't have the background on it, so it copied the additional top row. Still a rather disappointing bookcase. I'm putting too much fidelity in these, I think. But you can create the detail yourself if you want to make it. I've also decided that I like the green shadow-ish dots. So we have two variations of this this little bookcase front. We'll want the side because this is just going to be a plank, obviously, but it can be a bit fancier than just a plank. Of course, it's going to have the same highlights, but I think I could make it horizontal planks, but then there would not be a grain here. That would look strange, I guess. But then I'd have the same problem at the top, so I guess I can do that. That would also help make this less boring. Right, so put the same dots in those places. I want to move this down though. Yeah, that's better. So we'll put this and on the same height as this, I think, which can also have the same highlight and shadow then. That's 1 pixel wrong. Yeah, that's good. Now, this blank will be have nails in it. So at this height, I think it would have a nail here and a nail here. But I think I want to have the 1 pixel like this. Yeah, it's better. And a nail would, of course, cast a shadow. Not here, I think, no. Not sure if I like that. I do want to have a bit of variation in them, so make the 2 brighter, make 1 darker. Sometimes I like to just make this, do it like this, and then make this even brighter, which kind of looks nice, but it doesn't really match the front anymore then. But you also notice this highlight will be next to this spot, making it weird that it's not continuous, unless I match it like that. But then also need to match it like that and that, and no, I don't like that. So we'll go with just a more simplistic dot for that part. Yeah, it's a bit more simple than my original example, but I also kind of like this style. It's okay. So of course, if you look at a bookcase, a row of bookcases, you'll see sometimes this little boards on them saying this is the row with the educational books, or this is the row. What happened with my pointer? Okay, my pointer is gone. That's annoying. It's especially annoying for this. So this will be a little plate on top of it. I don't think with this style I can't do it as I did it in the example. So it'll need to be a metal plate, a different material. When something's metal, I like to make the counter to the highlight blue. to give it that more metally look. I want to have this be a chalkboard, so where the librarian would have put notes on. I do want to have this have a shadow to give it more of a 3D look. Now where these shadows cross is going to be of course darker, so I'm going to use the one darker shade, which doesn't clash with this even though it's the same color, which is nice. Not sure if I want this. Yeah, like this. So there'll be some note stuffs. That's the same color that I don't like. Yeah, that's better type. Yeah, it's better than the just lines. Can I put that one? Yeah. Just that one pixel to create some additional depth between the frame and the plate to make it look like a real framing, and also give it more reason to actually have a full pixel shadow. I could extend it here, but this seems to fit better in this style. So also in my example, I have a little frame. No, not a frame, a trim between the stone floor. I'll show you again. See here, it's a little trim to make it blend a bit better with a stone floor, not put the division line here, just put it one higher to make the angle not so hard. It hides the low poly look a bit better if the division line is not on the 90-degree division. So I'll just move. Move this one pixel up, and then move this one pixel up, gaining me 2 pixels. I'm not sure if that is enough. No, I want one additional pixel to work with. Yeah, that's better. I'm using the shortcuts to switch between tools. The only ones I really use is M for selection and B for pencil tool. For the tools anyway. There's also Control D for deselecting. There's holding Shift for making a always square selection, or Alt for subtracting, but I guess that's for a different video. Oh, I have the yeah, it's for a different video. That's better. It was a bit too light. Oh, I seem to have lost my pointer again. Oh yeah, of course. That's what I'm missing here. Yeah, that's better. And then I can also put some highlights here and here. Still a bit unsure, I guess. But with the more minimalistic style, it's okay to have this clear, emptier. I have a very busy style in the original. So it's a lot more busy than I've made now, with the alternating dots make it look like it's a bit of a jagged highlight on it, and especially this. Well, this fits with the stone wall that I showed earlier in the earlier video. I kind of like this exploration in style. So this is a happy accident. So this will do for the top, the side. I think we have everything to make a nice bookcase then. No, wait, we still need this same side, but also with the stone trim. I can just use the same stone trim here and move this up according to the other one. Is that good? Yeah. Well, this is not correct. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Let's merge everything again. Right, that's very nice. I like that. So we basically have all the sides to make a bookcase. So I guess we'll just start exporting these things. Oh yeah, because everything is on the background. I'm using Control Shift C to copy everything merged in my selection from all the layers. But if there's only a background, it'll not take anything because there's nothing to merge apparently, which doesn't really make sense, Photoshop, but you get used to the quirks. So that's not where I want it. I'll just work on terrible. Alright, bookcase front 0. So this is a bookcase front variation 0, and we'll save it this one as front variation 1. And then there's the trim. The side, which is also the top. To be consistent, I'll need to change this one to be variation 0. Click on it to take the name. And the trim. Yeah, it's not. I can't call it top trim, so make this side. Yeah, that's better. All right, so we have all the textures we need to show you how I made the original. So I'll just go into Unity. If you guys don't know Unity, it's a game engine. I really like to work in it, which is also the reason I made all these textures to make maybe eventually some game in it. So I'll just do Control N, dot save, and I have a new scene. I do want to get my textures, so I put them on my desktop here. I'll just make a new folder, put these in. Now I have a new folder in Unity here. And you'll see the import settings here, which are wrong by default. The main thing is that the filter mode is in bilinear, making them all blurry. I'll just leave it on that, on all this for now, so you can actually see the difference, and if you have the problem, you'll recognize it. So okay, so first off, I'm using a paid plugin called ProBuilder to easily create geometry inside Unity. Normally Unity is just a game creating tool, which doesn't actually have much modeling features, but you can create meshes via code, and that's what ProBuilder is very good at. So I can just press shape, put down a cube. I'm just gonna make sure it's a 0 position, which I couldn't have done there. I have the cube selected now, and I'll focus on it. So first off, we want to have it too high. So I'm selecting. I have element mode selected here. I'm holding shift, pulling. Now releasing shift and going to control to make it snap to units. This way I have a 1 by 2 by 1 shape. Now I can just drag it, select this face, drag this on. ProBuilder will automatically create a material for me, but what you see is it's all messed up. So how to fix that is select all your textures, put them on point, which is already better, but you'll see there is some stuff off, which is right here. The format is compressed and you want true color because you're already using low resolution everything. There's no point in compressing this further. This way you'll get the exact colors that you made. I'll put the trim down here, the sides and the top. Just make that this one. Put the trim down here again. Which one did I use here? The files. Oh, this is bad, by the way. Yeah. If you drag on a texture again, it'll create another material, of course. So you want to drag on the actual material and not the texture again. So this is, ooh. See, I noticed some problems already. I didn't put the bottom line on that. So we'll just, which one is that? That's this one. Oh, and also have the trim here. Just do that first. Put the trim, yeah. So I want to have a brown line on the bottom here. I actually want to have it here too. I think, although it's not important here. No, I don't want it here. So that's this material. I'll right click it, show in Explorer, bookcase side, and also this one, because this one is going to have the same problem. Guess I'll just move this up. What about that? Oh yeah, just do it like this. Yeah, but the lines are a bit out of balance, so we'll just move this up. Yeah, that's fine, that can stay. So save it, and then cut this out. Of course, here are some lines are wrong now, so just fix those. Oh, that's fine. And go back to Unity, and it is fixed right away because it automatically imported. Ah, but of course this is going to be wrong because I moved these lines. Oh, and I didn't put the lines on this. Aha! Did I put the lines on this? I didn't. So it's front, and front. Go into Photoshop, drag those in. Just copy this so I can put this in here. And do that. And I think my girlfriend just peeked into the room. What are these lines now? Oh, that's that. That's not a line. just confuses things. Is this the way I have it in the other one? That looks about good. So I'll just... Oh, that's odd. Sure. Oh, no. I forgot the highlights on this side. And the dark spots on this. Because there's multiple layers in this file, it'll prompt me to save it as a PSD instead of a PNG. I can fix that by just selecting the layers using Shift and then Control E to merge them, save, saved as PNG, and it's automatically imported into Unity as well. This will be wrong because the trim is different. This should be correct though. Same thing. So I want the... Oh, but the trim was the same. Okay. I didn't really change the trim at all. I'll just remove these now, not to be confused by them. Add the various highlights. And there we go. I really like how this really looks like it's a plank, just by matching a few highlights. Yeah. So, I actually really like this style now. So that about concludes my tutorial for now. I could show you something that I've done so far with this this style. Let's go to scenes. I've done this just to test out the materials a bit. I'm not really happy with how this looks. This is supposed to be lava, but let's see, what's the problem here? It's supposed to be a texture, which is on repeat. There we go, that's better. But there's a few light issues which I need to fix, because they're actually separate objects on top of this. Then there's also for the cartridge, which is a indie game-ish site. They had a competition for animation. I made this scene, which is not very much animated, but a bit, if it wants to run. Oh yeah, it has new texture, so also put a little script on this. Let's freeze it here. Yeah, I really like this scene because it gives the idea of like technology and wizardish medieval stuff. It's really small, there's nothing special here, but I like this. There's cables running towards the portal, which you don't actually see in the final GIF that I made for this, but yeah, I like it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please just leave a comment. It's really motivating for me. This morning someone posted a comment on the previous video, and it actually prompted me to make this one. So if you liked it, leave a comment. It really helps me out, because it helps me do some creative stuff as well, and especially because here, it helped me find this style. So thank you guys actually for that. I see some mistakes here. So it does need a separate top texture to make it look like there's a plank here and not just two textures stuck on. So yeah, there's always room for improvement. Oh, sorry, I'll just do this because I forgot to put the alternate texture on this. Yeah, There we go. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Bye.